In this challenging global environment, the Monetary Policy Committee met on the 7th, 8th, and 9th of April today to deliberate and decide on the policy repo rate. The global economic outlook is fast changing. The recent trade tariff-related measures have exacerbated uncertainties, clouding the economic outlook across regions, posing new headwinds for global growth and inflation. Amidst this turbulence, the US dollar has weakened appreciably, bond yields have softened significantly, equity markets are correcting, and crude oil prices have fallen to their lowest in over 3 years. In fact, as we speak, it is about $60 to a barrel. Under these circumstances, central banks are navigating cautiously, with signs of policy divergence across jurisdictions, each reflecting their own domestic priorities. The Indian economy has made steady progress towards the goals of price stability and sustained growth. On the inflation front, while the sharper than expected decline in food inflation has given us comfort and confidence, we remain vigilant to the possible risks from global uncertainties and weather disruptions. Growth is improving after a weak performance in the first half of the last financial year, 24-25, although it still remains lower than what we aspire for. And now I come to the decisions of the Monetary Policy Committee. After a detailed assessment of the evolving macroeconomic and financial conditions and outlook, the MPC voted unanimously to reduce the policy repo rate by 25 basis points to 6% with immediate effect. I repeat, the MPC voted unanimously to reduce the policy repo rate by 25 basis points to 6% with immediate effect. Consequently, the standing deposit facility, the SDF rate, under the liquidity adjustment facility shall stand adjusted to 5.75%, and the marginal standing facility rate, or the MSF rate, and the bank rate shall stand adjusted to 6.25%. I shall now briefly set out the rationale for the decisions of the Monetary Policy Committee. The Monetary Policy Committee noted that the inflation is currently below the target. It is supported by a sharp fall in food inflation. Moreover, there is a decisive improvement in the inflation outlook. As per projections, there is now a greater confidence of a durable alignment of headline inflation with the target of 4% over a 12-month horizon. This year, as per the MOSPI figures, is expected to grow at 6.5%. This is on top of a 9.2% growth rate observed in the previous year, which is 24-25. In 25-26, the current year, prospects of agriculture sector remain bright on the back of healthy reservoir levels and robust crop production. Manufacturing activity is showing signs of revival, with business expectations remaining robust, while services sector activity continues to be resilient. On the demand side, bright prospects of the agriculture sector bode well for rural demand, which continues to be healthy, while urban consumption is gradually picking up with an uptick in discretionary spending. Investment activity has gained traction and is expected to improve further on the back of sustained higher capacity utilization, government's continued thrust on infrastructure spending, healthy balance sheets of banks as well as the corporates, along with the easing of financial conditions. Merchandise exports will be weighed down by global uncertainties, as mentioned earlier, while services exports are expected to remain resilient. Headwinds from global trade disruptions continue to pose downward risks. Taking all these factors into consideration, real GDP is now projected for this fiscal 25-26 at 6.5%, with Q1 at 6.5%, Q2 at 6.7%, Q3 at 6.6%, and Q4 at 6.3%.